Most of us women think that we need to do more to heal, especially if you're an overachiever, a perfectionist, a superwoman, one that knows how to get everything done. We think that we need to do more to heal and to feel better. We think maybe if we exercise more, if we eat better, healthier foods, if we keep pushing harder, if we become more disciplined, more productive, and the list can go on and on and on. But what if that is not what your body and your nervous system needs from you? What if what it really needs is for you to stop abandoning yourself? I want that to sink in for a bit. What if it just wants you to stop abandoning yourself? And we're going to get into what that means in a little bit. It doesn't want you to push more. It doesn't want you to be more productive. It doesn't want you to find another way to get something done. It doesn't want you to squeeze in another task. It doesn't want you to run another errand. What if it's just really asking you to stop abandoning yourself? What if that's the request that your nervous system has for you? So today we're going to be talking about the fastest way to let your nervous system know that it's safe. And it's a very simple tactic. Super simple to do because you're already overwhelmed. I'm not trying to overwhelm you more. I'm over here looking at my notes because I don't want to miss anything. This is just such an important conversation to have because so many of us women are walking around burnt out. We're exhausted. We're dragging. We're hanging on by a thread. We're pushing harder. We're hustling. We're getting 100,000,001 things done, and our bodies are tapped out. Some of us are even feeling health issues, like we're even starting to experience health issues, not just the chronic fatigue, not just the sleepless nights, not just the headaches, the migraines, not just all of that. Hey, mama. Like, some of us are like, our bodies are starting to break down because we are constantly not listening to our bodies and the signals that it's giving us. So I want to talk about the fastest way that you can let your nervous system know that you are safe. Because again, your body's not asking you to push harder. Your body's not asking you to be more productive. It's not asking you to be more disciplined. It's not asking you to figure out a way to add something else to your calendar or to your to-do list and how you could wiggle around the room in there and make it fit. It's not asking you to do that. What if it's asking you to stop abandoning yourself? So I want you to start believing your body's signals instead of overriding them, because our bodies are always speaking to us. It's always speaking to us. Like they say that the gut is the second brain of the body. Like whenever you feel fear or something's not right, like your gut, you feel it in your gut, like butterflies in your stomach. That's where all those terms come in, right? Our bodies are always communicating to us, but the problem is that we are always overriding what our body is trying to tell us. We are always overriding what our body's trying to tell us because it's always communicating to us. It wants us to stop abandoning ourselves. It doesn't want us to keep pushing. It doesn't want us to be more productive, more disciplined, to download another productivity tool, get another planner, color code your calendar. Like, it doesn't want you to come up with another way to make things work. And for so many years, especially us strong ones, the people pleasers, the superwomen, the overachievers, the eldest daughters, the ones that can't say no, the one that we try to enforce a boundary and maybe it'll last for a week and then we're back to the same thing because we feel bad because we don't want to disappoint somebody, or because change just feels so uncomfortable for us. Thank you. Like, for us, it is so hard, and we ignore our body's signals. So when our body is telling us I'm tired, that translates to us as, how can I push through? I need rest. The body's telling you, I need rest. But it translates to you, I'm lazy. I feel guilty when I rest. I can't sit down and not do anything. I have to be doing something. I have to, if I'm not sitting down, like if even if I'm sitting still, my mind is still racing on tomorrow's to-do list. Like I'm constantly doing something, whether it's mentally or physically. If your body's signaling to you that you need help, like I need help, I'm overwhelmed, to you that translates like, I'm not gonna ask anybody for help, I'm just gonna do it myself because I know I'm gonna get disappointed. But the body's telling you that it needs help because it's overwhelmed, it's tapped out. But you take that as, I can't count on anybody because I always get let down. So I'm just gonna do it myself. It's just one quick thing and I'll do it myself. I'm overwhelmed. Your body's like, I'm overwhelmed. Hi. Your body's like, I'm overwhelmed. And you're like, I'll just keep going. Just one more thing. Cross off one more thing off the list. And then I'll be okay. The body's an amazing machine. When your body wants to say no, it's tapped out, it can't do anymore. What do you do instead? You say yes. You don't want to disappoint people. Or maybe you're like, it's a quick thing, get it out the way really quickly, even though your body has been giving you signals all day that it's exhausted. And we do this to ourselves every day. You need rest. You're like, I'll rest. Let me just get one more thing done. And then I'll rest. Then I'll go lay down. So every time you override yourself, you're teaching your nervous system that it cannot be safe. Every time you override yourself, you're communicating to your body and to your nervous system that it cannot feel safe when you have needs. And that's the reason why whenever we try to do any of these things, when we try to rest, when we try to say no, when we try to put up a boundary, and that's why we feel so guilty and so bad. Because we've trained our body throughout the years, and some of us decades, we've trained it to override. We've trained it to do all these things, right? So now that we are trying to, when we attempt to do different, it feels foreign to the body. The body's like, no, I don't like the way that feels. Like Kevin Hart says, no, no, no. So I want you to make one decision, and this is where we get into the fastest way to make your nervous system feel like it's safe. I want you to stop arguing with your body. Yes, I want you to stop arguing with your body. Instead of figuring out how can I keep going, how can I do more, how can I add another thing on my list, how can I get more done, Instead of asking your body or figuring out how your body can do all of this that you're trying to make it do, I want you to instead ask yourself, what is my body asking of me? What is my body asking of me? That's what I want you to ask yourself. What is my body asking of me? And then I want you throughout the week, right? I mean, the week's almost over. I mean, we got like a few more days, but throughout the week, I want you to start listening to your body. I want you to start actually listening to it because you feel it, but I want you to listen to it. Every time your body says, I'm tired, I want you to pause, which I know that is hard already. I want you to stop and I want you to pause. I don't want you to reach for coffee. I don't want you to reach for an energy drink. I don't want you to reach for your phone and try to like move around your calendar to squeeze something in. I don't want you to push harder. I do not want you to push harder. What I want you to do is this. I want you to ask, what is it that I actually need right now? And for you, that may be, for all of us, that could be different, right? Maybe it's, I need 5 minutes. I just need 5 minutes. Maybe it's 2 minutes. Maybe it's, I need to say no to something. Maybe it's, I need to ask for help because I'm overwhelmed. Maybe it's, you know what? I need to eat something because I haven't eaten and I can't remember when the last time I ate today. Maybe I need water. Maybe I need to cancel something that I committed to, that I knew when I committed to it, I shouldn't have said yes, but I said yes anyway. I want you to cancel that. Because your body is tired. Your nervous system is overwhelmed. You are exhausted. It's why you're burnt out. It's why you're cranky. It's why the body is signaling to you all the symptoms that you're having, the migraines, the exhaustion, the chronic fatigue, the irritability, the brain fog. Some of us, if it's gotten even worse, the tingling sensations, the migraines, the vertigo, the numbness, the shooting pain, the nerve pain, all of the autoimmune symptoms that come along with the autoimmune issues. So whenever you feel overwhelmed and whenever you feel stressed this week, I want you to stop and I want you to ask yourself 3 questions. I wrote down 3 questions for you. What am I feeling? I want you to connect with yourself, connect with your body. What am I feeling? Because I know for me, when I was going through this and whenever I felt overwhelmed, I would feel it here in this top area of my shoulders. It would feel like it was on fire, like it was inflamed every time I felt overwhelmed. And I remember I used to do like shoulder rolls. I used to do neck rolls to try to like stretch it out so I could keep pushing, keep going. But that was the way that my body told me, you're doing too much. Now, it may be different for you. Maybe you get a different sensation in your body, which is why it's so important for you to listen to what your body's telling you. What are you feeling at the moment? When you're overwhelmed and when you're stressed, I want you to stop. I want you to connect with yourself. And I want you to ask yourself, what am I feeling? That's the first question. The second question, I want you to ask yourself, what do I need in this very moment? And be completely honest with yourself. Don't do this exercise using your mind. I want you to use your body. Because your mind is what got you to the overwhelm and to the exhaustion. Listening to your mind is what got you there. I want you instead to listen to your body, because remember, you've been overriding your body for forever. Some of us, like myself, for decades. I want you to, like I said, tap into yourself, ask yourself, what am I feeling? And then number two, what do I need? And then the last question is, what would I do right now at this very moment if I believed that my needs mattered? Not my kids' needs, not my husband's needs, not my supervisor's needs, not my mother's needs, not my best friend's needs, not my employees' needs, not my clients' needs. What would I do right now if I felt and if I believed that my needs mattered? What would I do? So again, that first question, what am I feeling in my body? What am I feeling? Number two, what do I need? Not what does everybody else need? What do I need? Answer these questions with your body, not with your brain. And number three, what would I do right now if I believed that my needs mattered? That's it. It's simple, it's actionable, because again, I already know you're overwhelmed. I already know you're burnt out. I'm not trying to give you a whole 2-page homework assignment, because I want to give you the fastest way for you to let your nervous system know that it's safe. And I know that it's simple, right? It sounds simple, but if you're anything like me and you've spent 20, even 30 years ignoring yourself and your needs, your brain is going to argue with you. Oh my God, your brain is going to have a temper tantrum. Your brain is going to lose it. Your brain is going to be like, bitch, what are you doing? What are we doing? I'm not doing that. I don't like the way that feels. Nope. It feels very uncomfortable. That feels very foreign. We're not doing that. It's amazing how the brain works. It will do everything and anything to protect us, even if it's not good for us, because the brain feeds off of a pattern. Whenever you detour from the pattern, it doesn't like it. It has a temper tantrum. It will tell you you're lazy. It will tell you you rest when you're dead. Who needs to rest? We need to make money and hustle. It'll make you feel bad when you say no. It'll make you feel bad when you put up a boundary or you enforce a boundary. It will do everything and anything to make you feel like what you're doing is completely foreign and completely unsafe. It's going to make you feel like you're selfish, you're lazy. It's going to, those feelings are going to start stirring up for you when you try this. So I want to give you that heads up. It's a simple practice, but it's not easy to do. And the reason is, like I said, it's because the brain loves a pattern. So whenever you steer away from that pattern, it feels unsafe. Your nervous system starts to feel like, ooh, what is this? This is different. I don't like this. I don't like this. Even though it's good for you, it's gonna make you feel like, oh, why? Because your nervous system has been wired. It's been wired in survival mode for so many years. So when you're trying to stop and pause, like I said to you, stop and pause, that feels highly uncomfortable to your nervous system because it's not used to it. It's like, what's going on? Stop. I'm used to constantly going. My cortisol levels are through the roof. I'm used to like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. On to the next, on to the next. Let's keep going. What else do I need to do? One more thing, one more thing. So when you finally pause and when you finally stop, it's like, oh, what is that? quietness, peace. No, I gotta fill that in with something. I have to do something right now. This feels so weird to me. I don't like this. Let me put on a noise machine or some background music, or put on the TV so I could hear something. The things that we say to ourselves, it's just nuts. The way that the brain works. And this is why I created my coaching program, Return to Self. Because it's so hard to implement this simple technique. It is so hard because when we are in survival mode for so many years, and like I said, sometimes decades, like myself, it is so hard to do. You know that it's good for you, but it's so hard to implement. And you're like beating yourself in the head, like, why is it so hard for this? I know that I should be doing this, but every time I do it, it's just so hard to do. In the program, we uncover why this feels unsafe for you. We get to the root of why this feels so unsafe for you. We don't just talk about rest. We train the nervous system to see rest as something safe. We train the nervous system to see rest as something safe. We don't just we don't just we don't just talk about people pleasing. We actually get to the root of why everybody else's needs matter more than yours. We get to the root of why everybody else's needs matter than yours. Because it's easy for me to give you information, right? And a lot of us know these things, right? But it's hard for us to put them into practice, and this is why. Because we don't deal with the root of why the pattern is there, of why we do the things that we do. We're trying to solve a problem without getting to the root of it. And that's like impossible to do. Because like I opened this conversation up, the body doesn't heal with you trying harder. It doesn't, because this is what we've been doing. We've been pushing harder. We've been trying a new discipline practice, right? We're trying to exercise. We're trying to eat better. We're trying to sleep more. We're trying to find a better productivity tool. We're trying to do more. We're trying to squeeze in more. But it's like, no. The healing happens when your body and your nervous system finally says, you know what? I don't have to survive anymore. I don't have to be in survival mode all the time. So if this is resonating with anybody, if you're living in burnout, if you're dealing with chronic pain, chronic fatigue, an autoimmune issue that constantly flares up, if you're stuck living in survival mode, I invite you to apply to my Return to Self program, where we spend 6 weeks uncovering the patterns of what has gotten you to survival mode, what has gotten you to burnout, what has gotten you to chronic fatigue, what has gotten you to all these autoimmune issues that you may be experiencing, or the health problems that you may be experiencing that are keeping you disconnected from yourself and from healing your nervous system. And we create a softer, healthier, and more joyful life for you. And those health issues, they go into remission because we heal your nervous system. The link to apply for the Return to Self program, you'll find it in my bio in the description. Because this work is so important for us, because a lot of us are just so tired. We're tired of pushing through. We don't know why our bodies are not healing, and we're trying everything and anything for it to heal. But what we're not realizing is the more that we push and the more that we try, we're adding fuel to the fire. Because what our body is really needing and asking of us is for us to stop abandoning ourselves. Stop the people pleasing. Stop saying yes when you really mean no. Stop with the perfectionism. Stop with the overachieving. Set some boundaries. And like I said, it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done because our brain will rebel when you first start doing this. It will feel hella uncomfortable. It's going to throw a temper tantrum. It's not gonna like the change. It's gonna make you feel like you're lazy. It's gonna make you feel like you're selfish. It's gonna make you feel so bad when you try to choose yourself over everybody else. But what we don't realize is the reason why we're feeling sick and the reason why we're burnt out and we're exhausted. It's because we are abandoning ourselves and we are putting everyone else's needs before ours. We're telling our nervous system that its needs don't matter, that a break is not needed, rest is not important, our needs don't matter. So again, the Return to Self coaching program applications are open. You'll find the link here. I would love to support you on this journey. Like I said, this is work that is simple in theory, but it's super hard to implement, especially if you are a people pleaser, if you're a perfectionist, if you're an eldest daughter. Oh boy, don't even get me started on eldest daughter. If you are an overachiever, a superwoman, a go-getter, one that's not comfortable resting, one that's not comfortable saying no, this work is so hard to do because we're so used to putting our needs in the back burner. We're used to putting everybody above us, and we're used to being at the bottom of the to-do list. We don't even know what we need because we haven't asked ourselves what we need in so long. Because we've been abandoning ourselves for so long. We don't even know what we need. But I invite you to tap into your body. Ask what it feels. Ask what its needs are. And ask it, what is the one thing that you could do right at this moment if your needs mattered? Let me see if I have any questions here. I don't think so. I saw some questions, but I don't see them anymore. All right, so if you guys have any questions, leave me a comment and I will make sure to respond to you. Again, application is open for Return to Self program. The link is down below. And I will be seeing you on Monday for our next live in the Return to Self series, where we're going to be talking about how to get from burnout to peace so that you can see that it's actually possible for you. Because it is. It is. All right, I will see you in the next live, which is on Monday, August 10th. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your week and an amazing weekend.